Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here for the Summit 6. I know it says Summit 5 up there, but it's not the Summit 5, it's the Summit 6. It is the European qualifiers. We are looking at Elements Pro Gaming facing off against Power Rangers. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin. How you doing, sir? This is our final game of the day, and we've seen a Darkseer every time. What do you think?
I mean, clearly they love their Darkseer. I mean, Darkseer is a great hero, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of allows everything else to become awesome throughout the whole course of the game. You know, setting up for other great spells, and now getting it also with the Faceless Void. This feels eerily similar to what we saw in game number 1. Of course, the big difference being that Juggernaut is the pick for Power Rangers as opposed to the Drow Ranger.
10 seconds.
Well, Drow is banned out, and they finally banned out the Luna as well. I think they figured that Elements kind of relies very heavily on this swift-ending Luna strat. I think banning her out is definitely the right play here.
Well, and I really want to see what it is that they go for next, too, because that's something that's been consistent, that they've been running that Luna, like you were saying, and it does feel like maybe they even try to go back for another hero that has a similar style of play to the Luna, another hero that is heavily reliant upon stacking the Ancients. Sven feels like it'd be pretty good in the context of a Darkseer Faceless Void draft. It seems very strong to me.
Yeah, there definitely is that potential, and I mean, Sven is really good against Juggernaut as well. Having that Warcry up for Omni Slash negates a lot of that.
That would definitely be good. Yeah, I love that as sort of the constant answer, and I guess also if you have the mechanism coming out from Darkseer too, that extra bonus armor could have been an option as well. They ban out the Sniper for now, which obviously has been a great answer to OD throughout time. Is there anybody else in the mid lane that you really like against the OD?
I mean, I think I've seen some people try Razor, but it definitely isn't quite the same as it used to be.
What's the thought there with Razor?
Well, Razor used to be a counter to OD when Astral was a little different. Like, Astral used to be the intelligence drainer, not the Arcane Orb. So by having Razor in the middle lane, you would actually beat the OD because you would level your passive. So every time he Astrals you, he gets slowed and takes damage, and you'll still be able to cast spells because your static link only costs 20 mana, so you'll always have enough mana to just sap damage from him.
Got it.
But now that that's changed, it's not exactly the matchup you want anymore. So I don't know. The matchup kind of eludes me. I mean, maybe they'll just run that middle void again against the OD.
Yeah, they could do that if they wanted to. I mean, it did cause some issues previously. Once you got to around the time that OD had his ulti, you could just basically ulti and find the kill almost every time. But Ogre is going to be the pick now. Not too surprising. He's also been a staple of these games, and Bloodlust working in favor of the Luna previously. Now it's pretty great with OD and Juggernaut as well. It's a great spell.
Yeah, definitely. OD, I feel like OD definitely benefits more than Juggernaut for Bloodlust, though. You just have that Arcane Orb in the early game to just four-shot people.
Terrifying one indeed, especially for those little supports. Elements Pro Gaming still running low on their reserve time. Power Rangers haven't really ran through any of theirs at all, so kind of curious. They feel like they're maybe a little bit on the back foot now. Another hero that could be good with like an Ion Shell on it, maybe a PA. Is that a possibility?
Team pick.
I don't think it'd be too good of a pick here, at least in my opinion. I think she's going to have a lot of issues dealing with OD and Juggernaut in the early stages. I mean, if she tries to jump on someone, you just Astral her. And if she tries to fight the Juggernaut, Juggernaut can always just turn around and Omni Slash her.
It's actually going to be a Mirana picked up for Power Rangers. So, off lane or support?
I'm just going to have to say it's support. I feel like it's a support. It's very good as a support for the OD as well, because OD just goes the Astral build, and then it's your arrow setup.
I guess that's pretty good there. It's kind of the classic combo. Elements Pro Gaming are going to go back for the Slark.
Radiant
So
team back.
this is the other route to go. Just try and have another one of those carries that can take over a game. Do you think it's good enough against these heroes that we've got here for Power Rangers? I mean, obviously Slark is great against the Jug. How do you feel like he fares against the OD?
I feel like it's kind of a back and forth kind of thing. It just really depends on how farmed each of them are. I think of OD as kind of up there with the Slark. You can kite the Slark and wait for your moment to just strike back, and then if the Slark is defenseless, you pretty much just destroy him. But at the same time, if Slark is on top of you and you're defenseless as well, he just rips through you. So we're just gonna have to see how they play it out mechanically and in a team fight and stuff like that.
Yeah, we will see. Last couple of bands now coming for Power Rangers. Keep in mind, everybody, and I'll pop the schedule up right now since we're getting close to the end of the day. Already we've had a 3-game series with Vega Squadron taking it 2-1 versus Empire. Really great set if you didn't happen to catch that one. Elements Gaming Power Rangers finishing up right now. We'll see who ends up taking that. Tomorrow at the same time, same place. So roughly, what would that have been? It's 1 o'clock now in the afternoon in the West Coast, so it would have been like 5 hours ago. So whatever that time is, 5 hours ago, wherever you are, you know, I'm just gonna say it. 8 o'clock PDT. That is when we're gonna start off with Friends versus Kai P, and then afterwards Pro Dota Gaming versus Fantastic 5, which is gonna fit into this time slot as well. So be sure to come back and check it out because there's a lot of more great Dota 2 action that's gonna come your way. European qualifiers are going to continue on for a while now, and it's a last pick Earth Spirit.
Radiant team
a nasty combo, Darkseer Earth Spirit.
A lot of synergy with this. I mean, I say this time and time again, but honestly, what doesn't go with Vacuum nowadays? It's like Vacuum is just Vacuum.
10 seconds.
The Vacuum Chrono, Vacuum Disruptor combo, Vacuum Boulder Kick, hell, Vacuum Dark Pack. Just all goes together.
I mean, and again, this to me, it's when I think about Mitch playing Darkseer, the one thing that I really remember is him going into the jungle, and he was one of the first people that would go into the jungle and come out at like level 6 at 4 minutes on a Darkseer. The way that he stacked the camps and had it all down perfectly. If you didn't go and contest him, he would have everything so early on. And he's also really been showing that he can contest the lane. Sand King performance wasn't as good last time as we saw previously, but it's going to be the Sand King again taken, this time for Power Rangers. How do you feel about these two drafts? Is there one side that you're favoring over the other? Is there things that you're worried about for either of them?
Well, the Power Rangers draft is pretty much the Elements draft from last game, and the Elements draft this game is like Power Rangers last game. They just swap positions. So I feel like it's going to be the same story. Power Rangers has to snowball in the early phase. And if they can't do that, Elements, if they go into the mid game with a decent start, I think it's going to be really, really difficult for Power Rangers to contest that kind of team fight.
All right, well, we're ready to hop into this one. Elements Pro Game and Power Rangers game number 3. Who moves to the upper bracket? Who moves to the lower bracket? We'll find out shortly as we wait for the last couple fellows to hop into the game, and the inaugural, the repetitive, the constant start of the game pause that everybody just loves.
Well, it is the support Marana.
Yeah. It is a little bit of an interesting one for me. I feel like if you don't hit your arrows, isn't it kind of rough?
Yeah, but she has a lot of setup, so it should be okay. You got a Sand King set up and you got an OD set up. I don't think the Ogre stun is too reliable enough for a setup, but I mean, it's there too.
This game is so cool. I like Dota 2 a lot. Whenever I look at here, seeing the artwork and the models of all the heroes popping into the game, and I don't know, it's like it tickles my soft spot in my heart for great Dota 2.
Dota 2 is an alright game.
Can you tell that I haven't been on the European sleep schedule for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I know I don't think many people know what your schedule's been like, but I know how rough it's been.
You too, man.
Put in the work.
You're awesome. We're doing it. Dota 2 is going to get played, and we're going to watch it. We're talking about EU action. I showed up there on the screen a little while ago all of the different teams that are in this qualifier. I know that we haven't had a ton of chance to talk about it, but there's a team. Is there a team in particular that you're excited to see going forward?
That's a tough one. There's actually a lot of strong teams in this qualifier, but I mean, I'm pretty biased. I just want to see my boy Bambo perform.
I was wondering about that. They also have Fluff now too. That's the other one.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
That's probably gonna.
Yeah, I definitely want to see them succeed.
Okay, so KP, that's gonna be the team that you're tuning in for. I'm kind of curious what I know that Fluff put out a blog or a little piece about how the ping issues aren't really that big of a concern for him, but I still wonder if there's some lingering of that.
There always will be. Any US West competitive player understands how frustrating it is, even up until now. Like back then, it was even worse around the TI2 era. When you wanted to scrim, there was no US scrims. It was all Europe, and that's the only place you could play in as a US West player. So you would have to deal with the 200+ ping every single game.
It's a hard life. It's funny how far it's come. The teams in NA are, I mean, there's not a ton of them now, but still, you get to see some of them, and it's a growing scene, which is always good. I mean, Dota as a game is just continuing to grow as well, which is the other part that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, new faces in the competitive scene every year.
Well, they trade off runes. Faceless Void will pick it up, and it looks like they are indeed going to be sending him mid again. So this is their answer. They like this Faceless Void versus the OD mid. What do you think about it? Is this something that you'd be willing to try out in your pubs? Do you think this has some merit to it?
I think he's just comfortable with it. I mean, it's not the most terrible of matchups, for sure.
Rolling Boulder in, and while that's happening, trying to get the Courier snipe, but really good reactions. They keep their eyes on that Courier, and they won't get the snipe. Wow.
Just to point out, OD has changed his build this time. He went for the Astral, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
No longer going for the Arcane or build.
Yeah, that's interesting. Especially because I felt like it worked pretty well for him previously. Cheshire Cat getting rolled upon by LeBron Dota, but they don't find it. I've heard a lot of people say that Earth Spirit is no longer nearly as good of a hero as it was before. Do you kind of agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think he's nearly as strong as he used to be, but in the right hands, I think he's still a pretty damn good hero. Just gonna have to see how he plays this out.
Continuing to trade hits. We're not seeing the time walks come out from Faceless Void as of yet. I guess the cooldown does start to get a little bit closer once you get to the later levels, but early points in time walk, I imagine, with the 24-second cooldown would need to be saved.
Yeah, and I mean, he's only level 2 right now, so a level 1 Astral isn't exactly something you are too concerned about. They'll probably time walk here.
Okay. He's back out. Top lane still, they leash onto Cheshire Cat, turn around with the Burrow Strike. They have a glimpse, pulling him back in. A little bit of an overextension there by LeBron Dota. Might go down and is going to fall. Sand King gets first blood. A little bit of a miscommunication there. That wouldn't have been a kill onto Earth Spirit if they had not glimpsed.
That actually feels so bad, just to see that. I can't imagine what the Earth Spirit's thinking about right now. It's like, man, you screwed me over, dude.
Definitely hurts. We are seeing a good amount gained out of this Dark Seer over here. I think that probably getting that kill in lane is going to help out a ton. Earth Spirit again misses the roll, but with the haste, it should still... I don't feel comfortable about going for the kill onto the OD. A little too scary.
Rough start for LeBron. A lot of missed opportunities. First the Courier snipe, and then top lane, and then now mid lane. Life's rough.
The interesting thing about it, though, is they're still doing great as far as CS is concerned. I mean, Elements, Slark is getting a ton, mainly because of the contesting that's going on in lane here. You've got Darkseer that's ahead of the Jug at various points in time.
Top Disruptor.
Finding it. Did they really just block him in? Goodness.
No, that's the Sand King stun arrow combo. It's a very good setup. I don't know if you know this, but Sand King Mirana is a very, very, very old Dota combo, like lane combo. Oh, and here's that OD setup.
There was a creep there. It was a Dota 1 one though, right?
Yeah. So much like three of the oldest combos I can think of back up to Dota 1 is the what the hell? OD just astraled himself.
And goddamn is behind like the tier 2 tower wrapping around. I don't know what is going on. This is some shenanigans. I think we've gone to Clown Town here and is going to miss the kick after dropping the boulder.
Oh no.
Oh wow, there are some problems going on in the Elements Pro Dota world as they take down LeBron, and Fonia might need to Astral himself again, does not want to get taken out here, and he's gonna die. He had Astral, but is gonna not use it, and we are fully in Clown Town.
I think they're just tired.
Okay.
Just yeah. It happens to everyone, even if you're a professional.
Yeah. It's been a long day of Dota.
I think he was kind of confident in being able to kill him too without needing. So I think it was just a little bit greedy on his end.
I remember one of the combos that I saw pretty consistently, not that long ago even, was the it was actually Mirana as a support with an Ember, and the Ember would max chains as we do see Cheshire Cat get stunned up and chased down. This should be a kill, I think. Well, Bro Strike to the low ground. Do they have it? As the rolling boulder forward comes going down. And then you would get like the 3-second immobilization, and then afterwards you could find the arrow follow-up.
Yeah, that's another really good one. I think I was talking about it and I kind of got cut off because we got in a team fight, but the oldest combos I can think of were Sven Lina, and then there was Jug CM, and then the SK Potom, or Mirana.
Yeah. I remember, well actually we've been seeing a lot of the Sven Lina come back into the fold for the Chinese scene. They've ran it more than a few times. Jump forward though, Chronosphere is dropped now onto the OD, and stun follow up with the rolling boulder forward. He gets the self Astral. The rotation's coming in from the bottom, and Fonia is gonna fall. So they don't find anything else off the back of it, but goddamn, might get dove as well. They've got the pullback now with the glimpse, and Thunderstrike giving them the vision. The chase is gonna continue. They do have no more mana for the rolling boulder, sadly, and with the turnaround stun, J4 is here trying to slow down LeBron. Body blocks from Milan to keep him alive. The arrow not going to connect. He rolls forward, finds the kill. LeBron takes it. So, again, the rotation's in.
I love this suicide, the introduction of suiciding. Yeah, it's something that no one ever used to do. And then all of a sudden people just started suiciding. They realized how much more efficient it is to just buy out your items and die to neutrals.
Yeah. It's funny how that type of stuff comes about, like a mechanic that's been in the game forever, but it just hasn't been exploited. It makes me like wonder about the first time that, you know, like a bottle refill got used, when people spotted that and started to be like, oh my god, it's game changing. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you right now that there were, like, looking back at Dota 1, when I first started playing versus now, if we played like we used to, there were a lot of horrific things about it. I can tell you that much. It was terrible.
Like what? Anything in particular?
I mean, just item builds and just understanding of the game in general. Oh, top lane?
Yeah, arrow pullback. They're trying to find him. The rest of the side of Power Rangers is here, and Cheshire Cat taking a lot of damage. The Burrow Strike onto 2. They also have the Starstorm. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage, though. The double kill for Swift Ending, and goddamn, it says, I do not want to be here anymore. Oh my god.
That Ion Shell. The value.
Absolutely. Nicely done there. LeBron dropping low, but that's pretty great for the Slark. Net worth, he's currently the top by about 800.
This is definitely scary for you, because if you're Slark, or if you're dealing with a Slark that has a Shadow Blade within the next 3 or 4 minutes, which is maybe a little bit less than what he needs for the Shadow Blade. I think he'll finish it by 13 or 14 minutes.
Okay.
But then by the time he finishes it, you're pretty much food as Mirana. Pretty much just Mirana right now. If he finds Mirana, Mirana's just dead every single time.
Right. I guess OD has the Self-Astral or Astraling the Slark, potentially. Does Dark Pact take you out of Astral? That's one of those weird interactions.
No, it doesn't. You're just stuck in there. Your Dark Pact will go off, though, so everything that's near the Astral Imprisonment will take damage, but you will not get out of it.
Okay. Well, stacks made in the jungle for some eventual hero. I guess Sand King would be pretty good to take those to help him catch up and get towards a Blink Dagger eventually, but it does feel like right now it's just get what you can out of the lanes, find some ganks with the Earth Spirit, and hope that it doesn't go terribly when that happens.
Right as you mentioned the stack, it's not even SK who's farming it. The OD's just slowly farming it.
Why would you he's gonna Astral himself? What is this play?
And the nukes the creeps.
Alright.
I like it. Slow and steady. It takes forever, but he'll get it killed. And he's gonna do it again.
Alright. I mean, they've got all those centaurs there, right? So it's just a ton of the cloak aura.
It's fine. One or two more. This is like 2 more. He's got it.
Oh god, and they're regenning so much also because of the Satyr Tormentor aura.
He got rid of all the Minotaurs now, or the little centaurs.
Okay.
It's fine. Just one more time.
I'm sure this isn't efficient. In the meantime,
I don't think this
victim
is
is
efficient.
about to die. Slowed down for the moment. They have a kick silence if they want to use it, and drop the wall. He's gone. Phonia going to show up to this. Hasted, chasing down LeBron. He's in some trouble. They might be able to... Well, is he... What? Oh, he's running away. He's dropping low. They almost killed off the OD with the Ion Shell. They're pulling him back in. Chrono connects onto 2. J4 controls the one with the Static Storm, not quite in time, although he's still taking some more of that damage from the Thunderstrike, alive on 12 HP. In the meantime, the Darkseer takes down the Ogre. So, just shenanigans abound, and Swift Ending's going to find the kill on the Cheshire Cat. Very close to dead.
That's rough for Cheshire Cat. Almost got the kill, but not quite enough. The infused raindrops, some OP stuff right there.
And, well,
right, I lied about the Slark timing. He's gonna finish his Shadow Blade in 1 minute.
Okay.
This is looking really difficult for PR.
This is really scary. Playing it pretty close. This is... I guess, is it just Mirana hunting time at that point, or do you try and go for an initiation down bottom to shut down Bignum's farm?
It's kind of hard to gank a Juggernaut unless he spins casually and you catch him off guard. So I think it's just safer to go for the more guaranteed kills, which are Ogre. He could probably kill Sand King himself too if he brought some. Oh, he doesn't even need dust. Sand King doesn't even have a point in Samstorm. So potentially you can kill Sand King, Mirana, or Ogre on your own.
Okay. Yeah, they have Chronosphere back up in 50, so that's still a little ways away, but it does seem like they can make stuff happen even without that. As Disruptor, he has enough gold to finish off his Arcane Boots. He has his level 7, so Max Glimpse at this point is pretty good too.
Oh, he's going hunting. He wants this kill, but he needs someone to help him. He needs that silence.
Yeah, they really want to go for it. They throw the Ion Shell onto the Slark. They rotate in a couple of heroes, and, well, now they're maybe in a little bit of a problem. Oh, Arrow saving the day, but they still do get the Static Storm off, and now chasing down for the OD, trying to find this initiation. They do have Shadow Blade there. Haven't dropped it as of yet. The wall is down as well. Turns onto the Mirana. She gets Astraled, so still alive for the moment. Ion Shell onto 2 of them now, and that's going to be a kill. Killing spree for Mitch. 5 to 10, and they want more. Jump forward,
Oh.
Chrono. Nice connection there, and Swift Ending now can go for the pounce. Dark Pack there as well, connects with the bash that came through. So nicely played there. Another glimpse to pull Cheshire Cat in. Nice burrow strike away, which will keep him alive. But yeah, you talked about the danger of that Shadow Blade and showing it off now. Swift Ending doing it.
That damage coming out of the Slark with the Ion Shell, that Mirana died in... He pretty much lost all of his life in 2 hits. So this Slark, if he has Ion Shell, it only takes like 2 to 3 hits from the... Or not 2 to 3, but it takes about 3 to 4 hits from the kill Mirana.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower
that arrow
is under
rolled.
attack.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom
It's a
tower.
little miss,
has
but it's
fallen.
fine. It's all good.
I wonder if Gogi is going to go for his Echo Saber build.
Do you like it this game? Do you think it's pretty good, or maybe more initiation is needed?
I think it's pretty good. He plays it like... I mean, since it is mid lane, he gets a lot more farm than you normally would in the off lane. And a lot of the off laners always get Vlads and then Blink, or Vlads into Diffusal Manta, but as a mid laner, since you have a little more farm, I think the Echo Saber is actually alright.
Yeah. And the cool thing about it is it just allows you to be relevant outside of just your ulti. Like, you can actually get a good chance to bash people before they get too far away. It's some good stuff. Mechanism done on Darkseer. His build that he's gone for previously has tended to be just straight for the blink. Do you kind of like that this game as well?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't get it for the most part, unless you're dealing with, like, I don't know, Spectre, Zeus global lineup kind of thing.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Milan is now going back behind the enemy lines, ready to glimpse somebody if they come to try and defend the tower. And tier 2 is going to fall, Swift Ending takes it down. Top lane still being pushed in, but it does feel right now like with the Shadow Blade, elements are kind of one step ahead of Power Rangers.
Odie is opting for the Veil build this time. He's not juking me out. He has 2 nulls in the recipe. So I guess they are really banking on this, like this mid game, because they do have a lot of magic damage.
I guess it's a little strange to me. I guess does Jug then have to go back for something like a Battle Fury to allow him to scale better? Or?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh. Oh, this could be a kill right here. They've got Static Storm. Drop it immediately. Bignum, he's stuck. And that's going to be a kill. Oh, that's so good right there. Elements finding it.
Very nice plays from Milan.
I mean, it's not hard to drop a Static Storm, but it's really good for the team. Now,
it's just the overall play, hiding in the trees, dropping a ward.
Yeah. Slark right next to the epicentered available Sand King. Almost has level 11. And you still have LeBron in the area. We could go for this again. They didn't have their sentry ward though.
Oh, and Void got a Yasha this time, so he thinks the Manta Diffusal is probably a little better. But to answer your Juggernaut question, I don't think he can go Battle Fury. His team's already kind of behind. I don't think you want to go into a farming game, because it's not exactly that easy for you to farm to begin with.
Yeah.
So he probably just has to go the Manta Diffusal, potentially Blink as well.
Keep on dropping these wards down, and there's a pullback. Epicenter gets dropped out. It's going to go immediately onto the Void. Drop it low, but is going to be able to time walk all of the damage. Chronosphere on top of the Static Storm. Oh, this is just going to be a tremendous amount of damage. Cheshire Cat is going to drop it. Ponya just trying to TP out. Not going to happen. Controlled and killed off. Dominating streak and Wicked Sick all at the same time. 4 dead. And what a counterplay. They just didn't have the damage to finish those guys off.
I don't think going on the Faceless Void was the best idea. Like you said, they just don't have the damage. And they weren't even close to killing him. He still had like 400 life. Just time walk away and turn around Chronos 3 people. The fight just ends.
They actually didn't even use Static Storm there. I thought they did, but it was just a
He
kinetic
didn't even
field.
have it.
God. Well,
That's all it takes. One ion shell on your faceless void. Enough damage.
so insane. But it's true. I mean, you take a look at what it's 100 or it's 90 DPS, and then if you get 2 of them off, it's just you rip through all of them. Goddamn, trying to farm up whatever he can now. Like if he could get into an Aghanim Scepter, that starts to maybe mitigate some of those damage concerns. But as it stands, it's just feeling like it's all elements.
It's looking super rough for PR. Man, these games are so weird. I thought they were even. I still feel like they're evenly matched, but these drafts just make it. Oh, hold that thought. Oh no.
Fonia gonna go down. Yeah, they've got him in the area, and they have the Static Storm follow-up if they wanted to use it. Pop the dust though. Don't even need it as of yet. Still gonna hang on to that big team fight ultimate, and if they get vision, there's a level 4 glimpse from Milan. Goddamn, just trying to hide. It looks like that's gonna do it at least for now. Movement up towards to take the tier 1 tower. Arrow?
Got him. Mitch getting kicked.
Oh man. LeBron doing his best puppy impression. Beating on his team.
Radiant's top
Whoa.
Oh god, what have I done?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That would be punching, not kicking.
That's fair enough. Sorry. Gotta get my moves better. Well,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
nonetheless, this is feeling like elements are just... Oh, Astral?
Nah, it's still gonna send them back.
Yeah. Alright, that's the interaction. That's the thing that always weirds me out about
Dire's middle
Astral, is
tower
that
is
and
under
X marks
attack.
the spot and Batrider Lasso.
Dire's middle tower has
Swift
fallen.
ending, they find him. There's the epicenter, bringing him down. That's a huge kill. 900 gold going into the direction of the Juggernaut.
Much needed. He went for the Sanjin Yasha. I'm kind of surprised. I thought he would go for the Massive Diffusal since it's pretty damn good against most of their heroes.
Well, this is alright. This is what we've been seeing time and again today. There's been these moments where like you just lose a hero and then they go back in for another play, and I don't know if they're making the right decision here. This might be an overextension. If they can kill Aphonia here, it would be really good. They drop down. Pretty much everything on top of them does have the Astral, or didn't have the Astral, but drops the Sunny's Eclipse instead. So they find the kill regardless.
Oh man, that's so unfortunate for PR. To lose your OD and to lose his ulti, I think this is just a free Roshan for elements now.
Slark's back up. I thought maybe there PR could try and make some type of a counterplay since the Slark was gone, but maybe a lack of communication between the whole team, and they end up sort of half committing for it with the OD ulti, but not following up afterwards.
I mean, you do have to remember it's 6 to 18,
Yeah.
and they committed a lot just to kill off that Slark. So it's definitely one of the reasons why elements figured, you know, even though we don't have our Slark, PR don't really have anything either. So they just kill him off, kill off the OD, go for Roshan.
Milan is almost level 11 now on this Disruptor. Kind of one of those nice little things, a little bit more damage per second being dealt. Looks like, I mean, you give this to the Slark, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Slark's pretty much your biggest playmaker right now. Does the most damage and makes the most happen.
God, Shadow Blade, or Silver Edge rather, Echo Saber, they're ready to go.
Oh, they are hunting.
Oh
Is
God!
he gonna be caught?
Oh, Bignum, run away! Run away, Juggernaut!
Oh, goodbye, Mirana. Oh, just kidding. Got away just in time.
Yeah, they could find Bignum though. They're still
Oh,
looking.
J4. Oh, J4's so dead.
There's the not quite catch. They don't have any way to blink it. Oh, the glimpse from long range.
He picked up a blink.
Oh, man. Wowie, wow, wow.
It's never safe.
This is such a scary draft. Now
Gem now on Slark too. He's just gonna deward everything.
they're gonna have a pipe on Darkseer. He is going to keep everybody all nice and alive. Blink, Guardian Greaves, Hood. So yeah, this is feeling more and more dire. The Radiant.
More and more dire for the Radiant.
That's right. Tier 2 tower ready to get assaulted. Got ion shells on everybody. Maximum survivability. Bottom lane's being pushed in by Power Rangers, so there's at least some counterplay going on, but oh, did they find him? There's
go for the glimpse. Find him. He ran now.
Dead ogre.
Radiant's top tower.
As it stands, they're going to be up on the tier 3 very shortly, and it doesn't look like Power Rangers have a great answer for it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Jump forward, stunned by J4. Milan still fine. Have Static Storm available if they want to go for it. Arrow connects onto Swift Ending. Okay, maybe that's a thing. The jump forward, pump fakes the chrono. Gets Astral. They do have...
they're going for it.
Another jump.
Oh, they missed it.
God, they missed it all. Static Storm, vacuum wall, the Chronosphere down, and actually hits onto his entire team pretty much. So that was a pretty good Chrono for the Radiant, but Magnetize now dropped as well and going to be able to drop a whole hell of a lot of stones. LeBron Dota kicking it out. They're bringing goddamn low. Not dead as of yet. They've already killed off the Juggernaut, and there's the ulti from the OD, but it wasn't ever going to be enough. They're still so survivable on the side of Elements, and I mean, honestly, even though they've dropped everything at this point, I don't know if they can stop it. Mirana sells several items, buys the Aghanim Scepter, fully completed. Arrow connects onto the Faceless Void now, but they have Guardian Greaves back up in 1 second, and if they want to, they can just keep hitting away at this tower.
Alright, they're solid Aegis. There's really not much PR can do to deal with this loss of Rax.
Yeah, that's 6 to 23. Buyback from the Sand King. They've got some damage. The Veil is there. And Mirana decently farmed for what was position 4 is now kind of morphed into that position 3. But it just feels like Elements are ready to continue this charge.
Unfortunately for PR, they don't exactly have that kind of team fight that Elements has. There's no Chrono or Vacuum to turn a fight around. All you can rely on is like a huge Burrow Strike or, you know, a Burrow Strike combined with an Arrow in order to control the team fight. And unfortunately, I don't really see that happening.
They glimpse back. Mirana, Static Storm down as well, and is going to be controlled. Nice Astral. They have a Burrow Strike as well as Omni Slash being dealt, but Guardian Greaves vacuum wall into the kick. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good to watch, but now they're all going to go down. J4 is dead. Triple kill for Swift Ending. They glimpse back the Juggernaut. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. They dropped the wall. It is going to miss the wall, but nonetheless,
all right, guys, go for the objectives.
Swift Ending chasing. They have the blink away. All right, he's going to get out. And yeah, objective gaming. That was a beautiful kick though with the vacuum. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
That was a 5-man vacuum kick. That was so sick.
I haven't seen a 5-man vacuum kick before. It was a shame they didn't have much else to follow it up with, but
I mean, you don't really need that much to follow up with it. If you hit a 5-man vacuum kick, I think you pretty much won the team fight. Especially when you're up 6 and 26, I think you have what it takes to win a team fight off of a 5-man vacuum kick.
I mean, yeah, it's 2.25 seconds stun. That's only half a second less than a Ravage. Like, it's pretty crazy how much the value that is just out of those little spells when used perfectly together.
Well, definitely doesn't come by very often. Maybe we'll see this in a highlight reel or something.
I mean, you can dare to dream. Maybe I'll just go watch the VOD again too. I don't know.
just for this one moment. I mean, I'm sure some. Oh man, Slark's items. Oh crap.
Yeah.
This is how confident he is. And I don't really, I never really see a Desto on Slark, but this will end the game a little faster.
Yeah, they've had enough. PR are taking up their time. They just want to keep this going. He has Manta Diffusal Blade now. The net worth lead is approaching 30,000 with 20,000 experience. I just want to keep talking about that vacuum kick.
Well, unfortunately, as impressive as it is and as cool as it is, there's not too much to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You need that sick insta replay.
Well, it does look like they're actually backing out now. Are they just waiting for, I guess, another item at this point? Oh, he's buying a blink.
They're waiting to blink, and the Lotus are backing out already.
Alright. Here we go. The final countdown. Are we going to see it? Kick one of the rocks forward. Preparing for the magnetize in a bit.
Wait for the next kick. No need to rush.
Oh, they actually dropped that onto the ward within range of the tower. A little bit sketchy there, but that's fine.
They're a little more scared this time since there's no Aegis on Slark.
J4
so they still have to be slightly careful.
They have eyes on him, but Mitch jumps forward, looks for a vacuum, is going to be able to find it. The counter initiation play is there. They have the epicenter, and meanwhile the Omni Slash connects onto 3 creeps. This is a hard time to take the fight. And
so elements are completely they caught the Sand King as well.
Alright,
so they managed to use 2 ultimates, and everyone on elements is full health.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Vacuum wall again into the chronosphere.
It's okay.
Good game, well played. They've had enough. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be about it. That's all she wrote. That last game, Elements kind of just ran away with it. I don't know what to think. Ailson, like,
it's just I feel like it's just the drafting thing and how the early game plays out. Like, they just took turns drafting a mid to late game lineup versus a really snowball reliant lineup. Like, they just took turns drafting it, and every single time this mid to late game lineup just won out in the end.
Yeah, it's interesting to me though, because they do definitely feel very close in terms of their skill level. It's just,
yeah, definitely.
It's kind of been down to who gets away with the better draft. So, I mean, 30-6, it's certainly good to look at. Any final thoughts about any of the games that we've had today? Thank you so much for joining me, by the way. Really appreciate it. Everybody, be sure to go follow Aosin at AosinDota, and of course also his Twitch, twitch.tv/AosinTrash. You going to be streaming today, potentially?
I'll consider it. I've been on the up and down.
Gotcha. I'm
really close to 6K, but it always eludes me. I always just lose when I'm so close to it, but you know, whatever.
I feel you.
But, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to cast with you. As far as the games go, I think I feel like it's going to be one of those tournaments or qualifiers where there's going to be probably like a couple of teams that just completely outclasses the rest of them. Unfortunately, I feel like both these teams most likely won't be able to compete with some of the other ones, but we're going to have to see. Not too sure. I haven't seen European games in a while.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the thing that I'm kind of feeling like as well, is that in these tournaments you kind of just get one team that understands how to play Dota. They get a feel for it, and they kind of do it better than everybody else, and they eventually snowball for the win. Man, 153 GPM for that Ogre. That hurts. That's a rough life. Well, anyways, we'll be back again tomorrow. 8 o'clock in the morning is the KP, and I'll bring up the schedule right now. It's the KP versus Friends game, and then afterwards Proto Gaming versus Fantastic 5. So be sure to give us a follow on Twitter, follow on Twitch for Aosin, and just stay tuned, because Summit 6, it's looking like it's going to be really good. Hope that you guys enjoyed the broadcast, and we will see you guys next time.